So I had to run out to the Home Depot to grab me a washer for my running toilet. But while I'm here, I might as well shop around it just a little bit while I have my mask and my gloves on because of quarantine, yada yada. So while I am out here, I'm going to try not to overspend and buy stuff that I really don't need, even though it's like super beautiful out here. But let's get what we came to actually really get, and that is the grow lights and my bug light, so that we can start out indoor gardening. I can show you guys how to do that. So let me not spend a whole lot of time out here, because I'll buy stuff that I got no business buying. I need to set a budget for this stuff. Jeez. Anyway, here are the insect lights. Yes, they are $14.97 a piece. Guys, if you are growing your food on the inside of your house, this is a great thing to get to keep down the gnats in your house. I'll also show you how to sterilize your soil. If you are buying commercial soil in the store, you'll need to sterilize it to keep the gnats down if you're going to be growing food on the indoors inside your house. So let's go get this. Now we have seeds. Yeah, I know. We'll talk about that later. Here are the inexpensive grow lights. I don't want those because they were cheaper and they don't have enough watts for me. The ones I am looking for is this one, the green one. The green one is pretty cool, y'all. It's like $13, $14. How much is this thing? Yeah. I'm showing you on the back of the package, even though my phone won't focus, right? I'll show you guys later on what I'm looking at here, voltage, and how much I'll spend on using this thing. So it's actually $14.97. This one is $4.88. I don't want that one. It's a yellow grow light, but it won't do what I needed to do. So I'll go with this one. That's my favorite. So got what we need to get. I'm gonna get one more. I know I got like 12 of these things. I don't really need any more, but while I'm here, I might as well go ahead and get some more seeds. Yeah, let me get some more seeds. I'm gonna get some organic ones. I'm gonna get some, what do I don't have at the house? I have onions, I have carrots, lettuce, tomatoes. What else? Okay, so I've made it back home now, and these are actually in my living room. You guys may have seen them sitting outside for a little bit, but I am changing the soil in it. So I sterilized some soil and I threw it in these big pots, and now my babies are doing so much better. Not the dogs, I'm talking about my actual plants. So let's go downstairs in the green room and let's show you guys the grow lights and how you can apply them. This is where I apply one of my grow lights, but this is not really food related, so I just wanted to show you guys that the sterilization of the soil, how beneficial it is to your plants, and how well your plants can thrive when you sterilize your soil properly and you get the right potting. Okay, so let's sterilize this here water. Peroxide, we're going to dump a little bit in a cup. I'm only putting it in this cup because just to show you guys how much I'm using, so this is what I'm going to use for a 7-liter gallon. Yeah, so 7-liter gallon, just going to dump it in there and fill it up with some water. Yeah, and it'll mix. You don't have to stir it up and all that other stuff. So I'm trying to do this with one hand. Don't judge me, because y'all know I'm trying to record and I'm trying to show you guys. Yeah. Let's just fill it up with water and let's take it outside so we can mix it with our soil. Okay, so if you are growing food, you know that there is, I'm going to use my recycling bin. Don't judge me, y'all. If you are growing food on the inside of your house, then you want to get vegetable soil. And the commercial vegetable soil, and in any potting commercial soil, is where you have bugs and gnats and moths and their eggs living inside the soil. So this is why I'm taking the extra step to sterilize my soil. So what I do is I do it in layers, and I know this might be a little bit more work for most people than what they would like to do, but if you're doing your food on the inside of your house, you're probably going to need to do this. So I put a little bit in at a time, and then I dump my sterilized peroxide water in there. Then I give it a stir to make sure that it is being evenly distributed, and I'm killing those eggs, those bug eggs. And then I repeat the cycle over and over again. You dump a little bit more soil, then you dump a little bit more peroxide water, and then you give it a nice stir. And then once you've got enough to do your potting with and everything like that, then you start putting it into your pots for planting. Yeah. So that's what you do. It's not complicated. I'm going to use this for several plants, so I'm going to do it a few more times, and then I'm going to move on about my business. Oh, let me talk about the pots. The pots that you get have actually little markings for holes at the bottom so you can drain it. Just get a drill and a nail so you can pierce the bottom of the pot with some holes so you can get some good drainage in there. Yeah, I'm doing this with one hand, so yeah, don't judge me. We're gonna work it out, and it'll get done when I put this camera down. So yeah, this is basically what I'm just showing you, how I pierce the soil with the nail. I mean, how I pierce the pot with the daggone nail. See, I'm all tongue twisted. Let's just go to the green room and let's just figure it out. Here's the green room. Good afternoon, my little Jackie Cafe followers and my YouTube followers. So I am going to do a video showing you how to do your own indoor garden. Some of you may live in areas where the weather is not good. You feel like you cannot start a garden, and some people want to know, how do you get even started on seed growing and things like that. So let's get started. This is going to be a little lengthy of a video because I would like to go in detail about certain things. You don't need to be super rich. You don't need to have a big area in order to start your grow room. You can actually start your grow room on a very minimal budget, and I'll show you what some of those things are. A lot of things you can get at the dollar store. The dollar store has really great tips and little tricks and stuff that you can buy, like these. These are actually little plastic pot container holders, so that when you are potting or planting your things on the indoors and you want to water them, this catches the water, you know. So they have those. I get these little glass cuppies from the dollar store too. They come like 4 to a container. To a pack, and then I put some fertilized water in it so that when I'm planting my seeds. So my seeds, these are the ones that I'm about to plant, and I usually try to get unique things and different things. Some things are organic, I get, and then some things are not organic, you know, but they are GMO free, you know. So I'm just showing you the prices that vary on some of the packets. You know, you can get them from the dollar store. You can, you know, dollar store has 99-cent seeds. They also have GMO seed-free seeds too. So some run as from $1.69. Some run as high as $2.50 for the seeds. You know, so when you get them, you don't necessarily have to do this method right here that I do, which is the fertilized water. I just do it because it saturates your seeds and it softens them up to make for an easier sprouting and a quicker sprouting. And it also has some really great benefits to doing it as well. So when I get my little fertilizer water together, I just crack open whatever seeds I want, and then I just put a few of them in this water for, I usually soak my seeds overnight. You know, I would say if you're going to do this method, maybe 2 to 4 hours or overnight. No longer than overnight though, 24 hours. So yeah. So also you can get little containers, potting pots at the dollar store as well, all different sizes and colors and stuff like that. So you don't have to, you know, go expensive. If you don't have anything, you can use, I've seen people use eggshell containers, I've seen them use buckets, all kinds of stuff. But since it's my indoor green room and I like to have a little order and a little color in here, because during the winter time I sit down here, I listen to my music, I drink my wine or I drink my coffee or whatever, and I want this place to be a serene environment for me, you know. So I like colors during the winter time. If I'm going to be trapped in the house, this is going to be kind of like my little Martha Stewart garden. So yeah. And when you get them, so when you're planting seeds, let me say this, when you're planting the first set of seeds, and after you have taken them out for the 24 hours that you've potted them, you want to put them in small pots, not something as big as this. This is not very big, you know, big of a pot, but you want to find something really, really small. Let me see if I have something. Hold on one second. This is something that you can start with, something really, really tiny. So I'm gonna set this right here so that you can see the difference in the size. So this is very, very tiny. Look toward my finger, you know, so this is small compared to my finger. And you put your seeds in there, you put a little bit of soil in there first, and then you drop your seeds, you sporadically spread them around in there, and then you put a little soil on it. So yeah, that's how you get your seeds started. You got your seeds started, you are going to water it very, very little. I'm going to use I don't have any seeds out right now that I'm started. I got a little late start on this video. But I'll just show you what I have started. I have started, these are from seeds. I'm going to turn this around so you can see what it is. This is my cantaloupe. I started these from seeds. These are the dollar store containers that I use. And this is a watermelon plant that I started from seed. And it's doing really, really well. When I come down here and water these, I use very, very little water. I use this little tiny little thing right here I got from the dollar store, and this is about how much I'm putting in there a day. And this is how much you want to put when you are watering your seeds. When you have that much, not a whole lot. If it's a plastic container, okay, we're not talking about the cloth bag kind of containers. We're talking about the plastic ones. Look how little, very little. See, just literally a drop or two. You just want to make sure that the soil is moist all the time. See, look, not even a whole lot. Okay, you don't want to overwater or drown your stuff. So this is what I have going up here. And down the bottom, this is zucchini. Zucchini grows outrageously, guys. So this weekend, I'll be taking these things outside to plant them into bigger buckets. There's a process. You graduate each time your plant grows. Like this is growing, it is outgrowing this pot. It is time to graduate into a newer pot. You know, you can plant that pot inside if you want, if the weather is still bad outside or so, and you want to continue to grow inside, you can. You can grow, I feel like you can grow all year long. I have done it and have been very successful at quite a few things. You can do grow bags and things like that. I'll do another whole video on that. That's a whole new step, another step to growing your food on the indoors, but nobody wants to hear about that all day long. I'm just giving you a starter about how you can grow your food indoors, how you can start to grow it. So here is my yellow spaghetti squash. It is growing outrageous. Look at this leaf. They get huge, guys. I'm telling you, this you might want to grow outside as soon as the weather breaks. Here is my Japanese cucumbers, and here is my other yellow spaghetti squash. They are doing very, very well. And remember this, the celery heads that I had? Look how well it's doing from the other day, well, from last week. So it's doing really well. I have basil down here. I'm losing a little bit on this finicky red robin basil because it's red robin basil and sweet basil leaves. They are very finicky. You have to be very delicate with them. You know, with the watering, with the lighting, they don't like to be moved a whole lot. You have to be very gentle. So wherever you set them and start to grow basil, that's where they need to be. You know, if you want to rotate them very gently every now and then yeah, do that so that they can get the even sunlight and everything. But I need to put a light right here. You know, like, see, like this light right here I have? I need to put this light, another light, like right there on the corner so it can shine on my basil, so I can try to save it because right now it's not doing too hot. So we talked about my seeds in my last video, about how you can store seeds. I have like 10 or so different kind of seeds in each jar, a mason jar, and I have rice in there. If you want your seeds to last close to 10 years or so, then that's how you store them. You know, you store them in a cool place, usually a pretty dark place. I usually have them, hold on one second. I usually have them here in the closet, you know, because it's dark in there and it's cooler, yada, yada. So that's where I usually have them. I have so many in there though. It's just like so much stuff in there. That's why I have some of them out on the table or so. So let's talk about the grow lights that I purchased from the Home Depot. My tips and tricks and my hacks. So I can't wait to plant these seeds. I've never had these before, but I'm excited about planting them, and I'm gonna Google the benefits of it, and I'll share that with you guys later on. And I got some eggplant out there right now. I'm not gonna plant these, but I need to probably pull it up this weekend because I didn't set it in a very good place and it's not doing that well. Better draining. Okay, so back to the lights that I got from them. These are really great to have. I got these because when you have a indoor food garden where you're particularly growing food, it usually comes with a lot of gnats. You know, that's why a lot of people don't like to, you know, grow inside their house because it comes with a lot of little flies and stuff like that, and butterflies and stuff like that. But as I showed you earlier, you can sterilize the soil, and that keeps a whole lot of your bugs down. You know, the bugs are in the soil. If you're buying commercial soil, that's not yours, that you didn't compost it and things like that, it's living in the soil. The peroxide actually kills the nest and the eggs that are in the soil. So, and what all that the peroxide does not kill, the insect light will catch on the inside of your house. So this insect light that I got or whatever, this particular one, I got it from Home Depot, as you saw in the video, and you saw the price of it. And you could just simply, I'm gonna go over here. You just simply screw it in. You know, screw it in your lamppost like you do the regular light bulbs. And that's what I have in here. That's what this one is right here. This green one. That's it acts as a grow light as well because you can turn the LED part of it on. But if you don't want to turn the LED part of it on, you can take it, turn that off, and it'll just be a bug catcher. You know, so the bugs are attracted to this light. They go in there, snap, and they die. You don't hear anything about it, but it works. Now let's talk about the price, because I know that a lot of you guys say, well, I can't afford to be having grow lights on all the time in my place. That's going to run my electric bill up sky high. So no, it won't. So any lights that you have in your house is going to run you something. So that's what I was trying to show you on the back of the package here. On the back of the package, I wasn't doing a very good job of it in the store because my camera was trying to focus. I don't know how to turn the focus lens off on my tablet. So, but on here you can see the information about how long it lasts, how much energy it uses, what it will cost you per day if you ran it for 3 hours, yada yada yada. So that'll tell you how much energy it's using, what you can expect to see on your electric bill when you get it. You know, if you don't want to run your lights all day long or whatever, you can get a timer. I got this timer for my lights at Walmart. It's nothing but a few bucks. I think I paid like $5 for it, if that. I'm not even sure it was that much, you know. And you program it, you set it onto your lights, and your lights will come on and off as you program it, so you can be more sufficient and cognate about your electricity that you use. Same thing with the grow light. This grow light is so awesome, y'all. They have different varieties of grow lights. Like I have this little small grow light. I think I got this one from Lowe's, I think. And this was more inexpensive one. I don't have the package that it came out of, so we can't look at the back of it to get the information. Excuse my crusty hands. I've been in here gardening, y'all, and the quarantine, I can't get to the nail salon, so don't judge me. So yeah, on the back of the package, it also shows you, somebody was telling me when I was in the store buying this, they were showing me how to read the voltage, the usage, and how much you would spend, you know, for it. You know, see, that my camera doing it again. It's not focusing right. There we go. I think because I was too close up on it. But yeah, that's what this information is on the back. It's just telling you how much voltage it uses per hour and things like that, and how much you will be spending on your electric bill. So those are just a few hacks. You'll definitely need a little small drill. I got this drill from the dollar store. It's not a big one. You know, I moved and I didn't bring all of my regular heavy duty utensils and stuff like that, so I just went to like the dollar store, the $5 store or something, and got a little drill, and it works just fine, just for my gardening and to drill the holes in the bottom of pots, right? Yeah. And I just got a nail or two because I didn't have one of those drilling bits or whatever. So I know I'm so like hood about some stuff, and I just put it, I can't do it with the, I'm holding one hand and trying to, I just basically put it on here, and then when I'm drilling at the bottom of the thing, you know, I use it to pierce the holes. You get the picture. You know what I'm trying to do. Trying to do all this video recording for y'all. So another light that you can actually get from Walmart or any like dollar store, something like that, well, the Family Dollar, is an essence light, fluorescence light. I'm sorry, not an essence light, fluorescence light. A lot of green plants like fluorescent lights, and when you're starting some of your seeds, you'll be surprised that your seeds actually love this light, and they grow really well up under that particular fluorescence light. So yeah, I got a lot going on over here, so I need to clean this stuff up over here. This is a more advanced light for if you're growing specific bigger things, or if you're growing a multitude of things on one table. I actually got this light for my banana plant. I had a banana plant that was doing so phenomenal, but then I ended up moving, and then I left my banana plant outside. It ended up being a windy day, and it died. It broke in two, and it died. So I went out and got another one because I love a banana plant, and this is the pretty baby that I ended up getting. She's a red banana plant, and she is not going to produce any fruits, but she's just going to be a beauty to have in the house, and she's going to get pretty big, you know. So right now, I've had her for maybe a couple of weeks now, maybe about a month. And then, you know, so she's growing really fast. Every week she grows a new leaf. Like, see this one here she got growing up. you know, and this baby takes up a lot of water and a lot of fertilizing. So yeah, I got my work cut out down here in the green room. Yeah, so it smells like so divine down here. It smells like a flower garden because I actually have a plug-in. It's a rose smelling like plug-in because I really wanted to get the feel of an indoor garden, like a Martha Stewart type of thing. You know, if I decide to come down here and work on my computer from home and things like that. So yeah, that's what I got going on. We've talked about light bulbs, but we haven't really talked about lamps. Lamps, you can get any kind of lamp just to put your grow light in. This one is just a typical desk lamp. I got that from Home Depot. It was only a couple of bucks. I think maybe 20, 30 bucks. I don't even know if it was that much. I have several of these and I've had them for so long. I don't remember how much they were, but I know that they weren't very expensive because I got like 3 or 4 of them. You know, so you could just basically put your grow lights in that light bulb and you can just point it wherever you want it to go. You know, find a good surface that it can click onto and then, you know, start pointing it in the direction of your food. This one, I did a video on this already. I got this one from, I believe, Walmart or Target. I'm not sure, but it's a floor lamp and I like it because you can adjust the arms and you can point it to wherever you want it to go. You know, so that's how my stuff stays so healthy and things like that, you know. I'm not usually good at growing flowers, but these are just like super growing because of my lamps and I try not to overwater them. I'm not that good with flowers, but I'm excellent with growing some food though on the indoor of my house. So yeah, this is what I got going on, guys. Anybody could start an indoor garden and you don't have to have a whole lot of space or room to do it. But I would say if you're going to start an indoor food garden, specifically with food, and you want to keep the nest down, it's important to sterilize your soil as I showed you in the video. And it is very, very important to get grow lights and get a bug light bulb, you know, so you could keep the gnats down in your house and things like that. I don't see any bugs or gnats in my house because I did a double whammy. I sterilized the soil. I got my insect light bulbs and things like that. So it's heaven down here. I love this place. The weather here right now is pretty stank. You know, one day is like 70 degrees. It's beautiful outside. And then the next day it is like cold, rainy, windy and stuff like that. So that's why I haven't taken this stuff outside yet. But this weekend, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to transplant these into bigger buckets or bigger containers. And then I'm going to, you know, I'm thinking about maybe taking them outside, but the weather's been so shaky here. I'm afraid, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a whirl. Definitely my cucumbers need to go out there because it's definitely getting bigger. And this stuff is so strong, y'all. I don't have no weak stuff here. This stuff is solid and it's firm, you know. So this is my grow lights that's helping to do that. And also what's helping to do that is that I use this fertilizer. I have several different fertilizers. I got this from Home Depot as well. It stinks, y'all. So if you're doing it on the inside of your house, you definitely need that the plug-in, this plug-in right here, you know, so that keep the smell down, you know, but it does stink. But if you do it right and you don't over mix it with a whole bunch of stuff, you know, it definitely helps your plants and stuff like that. You know, I also use a little peroxide and, you know, every now and then I alternate how I'm feeding my plants and things like that. You know, some days I will mix a little peroxide water together and then I'll water them. Then the other day I might mix the fish fertilizer and just water, and then I might water my stuff then. This thing is such a leech. It loves the fertilizer. It loves water. So I usually try to water this twice a day. If you get a banana plant, guys, know that it is going to leak all over the place. You're going to be you just have to water it a lot, and it does get on the floor from time to time. I have a really big plastic thing up under it normally. I just brought it in today. I let it sit outside and get some sunshine yesterday because it was nice, but I usually have a big one of these up under there, so when I'm watering it, it doesn't get all over the floor. But the leaves of this thing drips water, so I water this twice a day, and it loves it. It loves the water. It definitely loves the fertilizer. Like I don't water it a whole lot. Like I don't drown it in water, but I do it maybe 2 or 3 times a day. And when I do, it perks up. Like right now it's drooping over a little bit because it wants water. But when I watered it just now, a few minutes ago, watch it, like 5 minutes later, it's going to be standing up so tall and so strong because it wanted some water. Oh, one last thing before I go. I know this was a lengthy video and everything, but I actually have a heater down here too, a little individual heater, so that during the winter time when I'm growing stuff and everything, most of these plants in here love the heat. So I have a little heater. I roll it out and I put it over here in the corner, and it heats up this room. And then, oh my God, it's like sitting in a rainforest, a tropical forest or something, a garden. I'm telling you guys. So I just wanted to just show you guys how to get started, or what I did to get my green room started and everything like that, and how I got my beautiful plants outside to be what they are, because this is where I get started during the winter time. So I'm growing food all year long. It doesn't matter where you live. You can grow whatever you want. You can start it in your house, and as soon as the weather breaks, then you take your stuff outside. And what I would encourage you guys to do is just to buy as many seeds as you like and as you can. This COVID time that we're living in, you're going to need your seeds. So definitely start your garden now. Like, don't wait. Okay, guys? So please don't forget to share my channel, because so many people now are getting hit to COVID and growing your own food and things like that, but they don't know how to get started. So please share my video, subscribe to my channel. Even if you don't want to subscribe to my channel, share it with somebody else who is talking about starting a garden and they may have mentioned they don't know how. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. I know that this was a long video, but I wanted to just kind of give you all the details on how to start it and things like that. Love you guys, and looking forward to seeing you guys in the kitchen when I make meals out of my grows. Bye, guys.